Hey guys.
Hey, happy Sunday.
Welcome back to Smash Bros. Ultimate. There's no music on this screen, and it's really weird.
I think it's kind of fitting considering the spooky seraphim and the blinding pale with the vague color.
Also, maybe it's just me, but it almost looks like a Final Fantasy title.
Yes, because it's a bunch of line work with like a white background and rainbow gradient.
Yeah, the rainbow gradient I think really does it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, welcome back to Story Snark. Welcome
Sort
back to
of.
Sunday. Welcome back to Smash doing this. It is Story Snark, regardless of whether or not there's a story. This is Story Snark. A lot of people really liked this. It actually got pretty good, people liked it.
Okay, good.
So the response was really nice. I figured we'd do at least one more, just to, get through some of this stuff. Also, some people were pointing some things out. First and foremost, you don't have to save. It auto-saves. Somebody was like, oh shit, you didn't save at the end. And it's like, yeah, you gotta...
Yeah, thankfully it's an autosave.
Thank you for letting us know, though. I mean, I do appreciate it.
Yeah, but it had actually been that way. We didn't want to come into nothing.
Yeah. That being said, yeah, a lot of this is really just... it seems like most of this game is really just going to be us fighting over and over and over again.
Yeah, but
by
it's
us,
Smash.
I mean me.
I can take
it's
turns.
It's a lot of Smash, I don't know, fights. So
yeah, there's something for everyone. There is always something for us to talk about.
Yeah.
I've been doing Smash for Popkas on Popkas the blog, and there's a lot of responses to just in general. Some characters I know a lot about and some I know nothing about. If I know nothing about a character, people will send me a bunch of information in my Ask box. And
that was Snorlax, by the way.
Yeah, he was just kind of standing there.
He just stands there, doesn't give
That's
two
Snorlax.
shits. Yeah. Somebody also suggested that we turn down the spirit that we have because we're getting lower rewards for having a stronger spirit.
Yeah, I thought they had mentioned that in the spirit explanation.
Yeah, so I'm just going to turn that down. But you continue with what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if I don't know anything about a character, people have been asking me, like, do you want information on this? I can send you a video on this. Here's a little explanation. There's a lot of stuff that people are sending me in, and that's pretty cool. And then anytime I do know a lot about a character, people come in and ask me my opinion on things. Like one that someone gave me last night was, if Meowth had been the second Pokemon in the first Smash instead of Jigglypuff, what would you have done? And I would have been like, that would have been my main. Straight up. Even if it was a terrible playstyle, I would have made it work for me. I would have been very stubborn about it. I would have been Meowth and no one could stop me. But yeah, Meowth is not it's because when I had posted Jigglypuff, the thing I put in was like, it's weird that they picked Jigglypuff. It was kind of a prominent Pokemon in the anime at the time, but not as much as others like Meowth or Mewtwo, who made it in later, or Togepi or whatever. But that they probably just wanted to recycle some of the physics behind Kirby and then throw a different moveset on it. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of a fun one. But man, there's a lot of Pokemon that would have at the time made more sense. And Meowth is one of the ones where it's like, Meowth could have been a Smash fighter and it would have been perfect. It's basically, before they decided to give Eevee a promotion, Meowth was basically the Pikachu counterpart. It was like
That'll
evil Pikachu.
Yeah, no, he is basically.
Yeah, so, like, it's they didn't want to make an entire new moveset. Like, Jigglypuff is kind of based loosely on the stuff they had done for Kirby. I want to say, like, Luigi was obviously based off of the Mario model and all that. I think Captain Falcon...
Yeah.
Captain Falcon may have been an incredibly altered Samus, and Ness was an incredibly altered Mario.
Yeah, maybe.
And if not, then at least certain things they recycle. I don't think any of them are 100% unique for the first four secret characters.
No, I think for the most part they're generally speaking kind of the same.
Some things are the same, some things are new. None of them are identical to the character they're based off of. Like, none of those characters are currently considered Echo Fighters.
No. Yeah, that's a good example of how, yeah, that whole thing sucked. So that was Donkey Kong starting with a hammer because he's Daruk.
Wait, is that Daruk? Are you sure that's not Darunia?
Wait, was it Darunia? It may have been
think it's Darunia. There is a difference.
Okay. I thought it was Daruk. You're right.
Although I don't... know
Oh my god,
why.
I hate this fight so far.
Like, the lava makes sense.
Ugh.
Donkey
Okay.
Kong makes sense to be a Goron. I don't know what's up with I guess the Jigglypuffs are because of Rollout. And Darunia has a kid.
Yeah.
Who just rolls around in
I
the
guess
abandoned
maybe they're
town.
just supposed to be a bunch of Gerudo. Or, wait, am I...
Goron.
Gorons. God, my brain.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know. We know the difference.
No worries. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but
Ugh.
you know what? The hammer does make sense when I think about it, because you get that big hammer in the fire temple, and the first thing you see when you go to the fire temple is Darunia standing there and being like, I'm gonna go in and save some guys, bye. And then at the end you find him in the very back in the weird sage room, and he's the sage.
Yeah. So I'm actually not that bad with Villager, but I'm terrible on stages like this. I kind of want to just illustrate these kinds of stages if I can. I absolutely hate these, and they're everywhere when it comes to spirit-related stuff, because somebody thought this was a good idea and just decided to make like 1 million of them. And it's like every other spirit is like, it's a stage where either everything's on fire, or there's a lot of wind. They're always battlefield stages for some inexplicable reason.
It's basically they're creating a new stage out of nothing. Where else would you fight
That's
Darunia
sort
but
of
the fire
idea,
temple?
Yeah. Well, you could... I mean, there's plenty of stages that kind of look like they could be volcanoes.
Well, this is Gerudo Valley, so of
I
course
know.
they're going to use that.
I
By the way,
know.
I love how much Ocarina of Time representation there is in this game, but it's weird.
Oh,
Like, okay, so Gerudo Valley is from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
This version of it is clearly Ocarina of Time. It's got the river, and when it's not Battlefield, it's got like the carpenter tent and stuff.
yeah.
It's even got a bridge that collapses.
Yeah.
The version of Ganondorf we get in this game is Ocarina of Time, as opposed to
There we
in
go.
Brawl and in Smash 4. It
Yeah,
was
you're
the-
right, it's Darunia.
I know my Zeldas usually.
Look at
usually.
that absolute fucking unit, by the way.
That's just what he looks like.
I know, but Darunia is so big.
There's
you never
bigger.
really think
There are
about
bigger
it. Like,
Gorons.
okay, as a kid, right? Yeah, and yes, you're right. There are bigger Gorons. But as a kid, you like not all kids even got to see like the clip art for the characters that you usually see in like the magazines and stuff.
Were they not in the instruction manual?
I think
Maybe not all of them.
I don't know if all of them were.
Yeah.
But Darunia, when you go back and really look at like Gorons as a whole, it's like, Gorons have a very particular like look about them. Darunia's different.
Yeah, he's
Darunia's
buff.
very buff. He is an absolute fucking unit of a Goron. Look at this man. His
Yeah.
hands touch the ground.
Yeah, regular Gorons look like potatoes with little spindly stick limbs, and then he's this.
There's something, I don't know if there's something wrong with him or if there's
He's the
something
leader.
right with
He's
him.
the king.
Like,
A
he's
lot
so
of
big.
a lot of fantasy race logic works that way. The Zora King is also large, but in a
He
different way.
looks like a man who would eat rocks. Like,
Yeah.
the other ones don't really, but he does. The other ones look like they'd eat dirt or something. I don't know.
Oh, they all eat rocks. There's small rocks. There's gravel.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, but anyways, there's a lot of Ocarina of Time representation in this game. Sheik is an Ocarina character, although the Zelda they use in this game is not the same as Ocarina Zelda. There's a lot of stuff going on. He had a location?
What? Oh, it's a dojo.
What the fuck?
Oh, so this is something that I've not been able to access up until this point. Train primary spirits in a dojo to increase their power and change their attributes.
Oh.
You can train spirits in a certain style or return them back to their default state. So what you do is you go in and you can just train certain spirits if you want, and you get some dialogue from whatever character runs the dojo. So Darunia runs this one. He's like, oh, learning my style will make you tough and quick. And it's like, okay.
Whoever was in charge of this game,
Let's get
I guess
rolling.
Sakurai, was just really, really feeling it for Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they made a 3DS remake of Ocarina, so yeah, it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, man, it's a lot. 'Cause Young Link's back, Ganondorf is in Ocarina costume. It's just, there's just so much.
So if we hit details on spirits, you usually get like the trait and then the style. The style is what determines what like the actual thing has, and most of these are going to have no style whatsoever,
Or any grace.
or stuff like that. And for a lot of these characters, like you can see in the bottom left where their attack and their defense is, and it'll kind of tell you like, okay, well, like 830 attack versus 1014 defense. So this particular style, the boulder style, is going to make their defense go up, but their attack go down. But it also gives them speed.
Can we just look at Tricky for a second?
Yeah, Tricky. Yeah,
Fox,
sure.
I'm hungry. Where's my crumb tubs?
Where's my... Oh,
I hate
that character so much.
I have so much affection for all the stupid shit in Dinosaur Planet because it was like the last hurrah of like N64 Rare.
Yeah.
Because Tricky is a name they recycled from Triceratops, who was the boss of the first area of Diddy Kong Racing.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's clearly not supposed to be the same character. They just like the name, and Triceratops is, which I love. They are adorable. I love three horns. I love long necks. Yeah, but like, even though the game was terrible, I have just a nice place in my heart for Dinosaur Planet because it's dinosaurs and it's rare and it's just good even though it's terrible.
And of course, by the way, if you go in and you increase their stats or whatever, your character will gain that increase when they put the spirit on. Like I just want to clarify.
Yeah, because it's not like these things fight each other.
No,
it's a boost for you.
Yeah. We'll put it on Gino. I like Gino. Or no, you know what? Because it increases defense, that might be bad. I'm the kind of person who likes to min-max. So let's find somebody with low attack but high defense, and we'll give it to them instead. Because we're going to find a lot that are kind of the opposite. You know what? We'll put it on Groose, who's our current primary spirit, I think.
Is he just dancing?
Yeah, so he's just bouncing around because that's how he do.
Okay. Why does that amuse me so much?
I don't know. What are we doing now? We can learn now for SP. So he can teach this
or you
spirit
go off and
boulder
fight?
right now. Yeah, or it'll take a certain amount of time.
I don't think we need to spend anything right now.
Okay, yeah. Admittedly, I think that was the main spirit we were using, so now we have to pick another one.
That's fine.
But that's fine. Yeah, we'll just deal with that. Who's over here? Merrick.
Whoever that is.
It's, Merrick.
Right, from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, from Yu-Gi-Oh. So because he's not here anymore now, I have to go in and pick a new set.
Remind me if I have already said this. Have I made an official statement on why I have yet to do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 4? Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 4 for Popkas. I have not done my little special write-up for yet, and it's been like over a year since we watched it. The Season 4 bored the shit out of me because Merrick's not in it. He is best boy and he disappears and now there's no one to throw tantrums and step on ice.
I am gonna switch over from Villager. I think I'm gonna go with see, here's the issue, right? I don't know Lucario very well at all. I'm okay with Captain Falcon. I do like playing as Kirby and I like playing as Mario. I feel like we played a little bit too much as Mario, so I'm gonna have to go with Captain Falcon, and it's like I'm not super great with Captain Falcon. But it'll make it more fun. It'll make it more interesting, I think. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Let's see. His level is 1700 and ours is 3170. I might be able to find something that'll bring that down a little bit.
It's really hard to quantify these though, since this is still a fighting game.
You can go in and you can bring it down so that you know what their power is total.
No, I mean like it's a fighting game, so there's still a heavy emphasis on skill. You can have like all of the best stats and still fuck up and fall off the screen.
I mean that's true, yeah.
I like our Goomba.
I like our Goomba too. He wasn't pulling it the last run that we did, but I'll try him again. We'll see.
He's an underdog.
Oh, Merrick is possibly from Fire Emblem.
If I don't recognize a character, that's usually a safe bet.
Yeah. I feel about the same way. I'm not super knowledgeable when it comes to Fire Emblem, unfortunately.
We own one Fire Emblem, but it's locked into the DS that does not have a capture card.
Yeah, the 3DS without the capture card, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not happening on screen, like, ever, unfortunately, and I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice if it could. I mean, I guess we can't actually do it at all, but it would be nice if we could get it to work in some way. I don't think we're ever going to be able to.
I guess we could just get a different Fire Emblem.
I mean, maybe. It's one of the Game Boy Advance games, I think. I think those might be fairly difficult to get your hands on.
Maybe. My main thing though is that after we bought Smash Ultimate, we kind of agreed let's hold off on buying new games for a while.
That was a big thing. Yeah.
Because we have a bunch of things unfinished.
Oh shoot.
So it's like we gotta play the games we got before we go and buy a million other things.
Although the next Fire Emblem is supposed to come out, it does look okay. I've heard some people talking about it.
You were watching like trailers on the Switch like 2 days ago, just in general.
Yeah, it was just announced, so yeah.
It didn't look like much to me because it looked like it was all just like cutscenes. It wasn't showing.
Yeah, I mean, it had some. Yeah. But...
Was it showing gameplay?
Yeah,
I wasn't paying attention. Which, like, sorry guys.
Well, it's a tactical game. That's just how it is.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention to trailers when Josh was watching them, and I was on the other side of the room.
Yeah. Well.
We know that a bunch of stuff just came out, though. Should we talk about some of the stuff? It was a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, we can talk about that if you want to. Mario Maker 2?
Yeah, neither of us really had any big interest in Mario Maker.
I like Mario Maker as a concept. I think it's a really good idea, but I never played it, so I never really got a feel for what it was like. I heard it was really good. I know it has its own little, it's got a community, and a lot of people really, really enjoy it, and it's a very strong community, but at the same time, shares a lot of members with, like, the Kaizo community, which I'm not particularly, I mean, it's not like I dislike it or anything. Kaizo is
this is as accurate as they could possibly get for fighting Baloo.
Yeah. So Kaizo is a guy who used to make mods for Mario, where it was literally like the hardest Mario mods you could ever fucking imagine, and a lot of them are really good, and I get it, but at the same time, like, I'm just not good enough to play Mario games where, like, I need to have absolutely the most precise movement you can imagine.
And Josh is good at 2D Marios. I'm garbage at 2D side-scrollers.
There's a part of me that doesn't like it because at the same time it feels like it's kind of betraying the sort of concept of Mario, but at the same time a lot of people would argue that that's dumb and that I should just not talk about that, you know? Like...
I'm bad at Mario normally, so it's like, I don't need to be owned 20 times over.
Yeah, well, that's the general idea.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think Mario... Oh, shit.
Enemy starts with a black hole. The enemy is easily distracted by items. I think that's the joke, is it's no use, by the way.
I would like to talk...
Play-Doh say.
I would like to talk about Silver, but I want to finish my thought.
Okay.
That I think Mario Maker would have appealed to me very greatly as a kid, because like a lot of kids, my dream career was that I wanted to be a game designer, and that's... you know, like, letting you do it without having to know, like, code.
Yeah, it is.
But as an adult, it's like, well, I could learn code if I wanted to. So really the only thing holding me back is my own, my own motivation. So it's like, I don't need a thing that makes it easier because I'm not really that motivated to begin with. And I will go do a different thing that I am good at. Like, I do art instead.
One of the things that I've been talking about for a long time when it comes to Mario Maker is I feel like it would honestly be a better concept if it was a game that wasn't Mario. Like, Mario's good, don't get me wrong, that's their bread and butter. And it is a good game series. I really like Mario. But at the same time, I feel like you could do so much if that wasn't restricted just to Mario.
Like, if you could just treat it like an RPG Maker where you can just make an original story.
Or something like that, sure. But I mean, like... that's definitely a part of it, but then there's also like, oh, well, I can't help but think of it as being like, what if you could do, instead of Mario Maker, like a Pokemon Maker, right? Not like literally making your own Pokemon, but like
making a region.
Yeah, but like making your own region and then populating it or something like that.
Maybe not a full region, maybe a town.
Or something, still.
Yeah, like... But it's Nintendo, so they're going to push Mario for a lot of things.
That's their big thing, yeah.
It's like, it makes sense for it to exist,
or
and
like
there's...
a Kirby Maker. I'd like Kirby, too.
Oh.
That would be nice.
Yeah, you know what? I think I would like a Kirby Maker.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Plessy.
That's... different from Dory.
Yes.
What is that?
That's like their revamped Dory.
Dory doesn't need a revamp.
It's supposed to be another
I like it, though.
kind of Dory, sort of, because
it's like a Yoshi with a fin.
Yes, here's the thing, right? And a lot of people don't really think of it in this way, but Dory is the equivalent of a Yoshi dinosaur, but a plesiosaur. She's got the goggles, she has kind of the face going on. Not original, not 64 Dory. They revamped her again at some point. Plessy kind of exists as... First of all, the name is based on plesiosaur, but that is clearly not a plesiosaur.
Yeah.
Plessy is just closer to Yoshi than Dory is.
Oh, it's a missing link.
A little bit. It's even got a saddle, but it's hard to see because it's flatter.
And also there's people on it.
Yeah.
Her?
It's a species.
Yeah, okay. Well, this one's being ridden by multiple people, so you can't see its little saddle.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do like that design. Can we just have an entire fucking just ecosystem of Yoshi-saurs?
Presumably
I'm cool
that's
with
what
that.
Yoshi's Island is.
Except that we don't really see
Yeah,
much
you
other
never
than
see
just
anything
Yoshis.
but Yoshis on that island, which is
And,
unfortunate.
random other Mario things like Shy Guys and Ravens and
do
stuff.
those even live there naturally, though?
I don't think Shy Guys live anywhere naturally. I think they're just dicks. They just show up.
Shy Guys might naturally live in, like, the subcon. I don't know.
Yes, or their level in... not level, really. Well, their area of Paper Mario is inside a toy box, so it's entirely possible that there's just general dimensional stuff where they just live in small things, like weird little gremlins or something.
Or something,
They're under your bed right now.
Fair enough. There's a lot of places that they could honestly live and that we'd never know. They might have their own country, like a shy country, that you never see because it's, like, impossible to find. And then that's sort of, like, half the reason why they're showing up in other places.
Yeah.
But that's just weird fan fiction at that point.
Yeah,
that's just me coming
live
up with
inside
ideas.
of, like, Monsters, Inc. doors or something.
Or something, yeah, sure.
I was gonna say at least one thing about Silver the
Yeah, go
Hedgehog
for it.
when you were fighting him. We've never played 06. We don't
Nope.
know 06. I want to get it, just, because it's fun to play bad things
Well,
sometimes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but the idea was that we were going to eventually play 06.
Yes, we would get it eventually. We have other games to do
Yeah,
first.
that's kind of the problem.
I have seen other people play 06.
So have I.
Silver seems like such a good little baby. Like, there's a lot of characters I will say dumb things like that about. Like, I admit, I'm the kind of person that's like, oh, this is just a sweet child. This is precious Babu. It's like, Silver the Hedgehog definitely gives me that vibe where it's like, oh, you kind of want to pat him on the head and take him home and tell him he did a good job.
Huh. It said these rapids will pull us downstream if we jump in.
Do it.
There's actually 2 points. This one or this one.
I want to just go down the rapid, but you do what you want.
All right, we'll jump into this one and see what happens.
Was that it?
Oh, it just pops us off here. Okay.
Huh.
So
So
then,
the other
yeah,
one
so then we
might-
want the longer one, the one over here.
Yeah.
Because that'll drop us off here.
Yeah.
Which gives us Esna. This is from a really cute and amazing game that you would love. That was released with zero fanfare, like last year or the year before. Maybe very late.
Tell
the
me
year
the
before.
name of it.
Ever Oasis.
That sounds familiar.
It is like Animal Crossing mixed with Dark Cloud with an incredibly adorable art style. And it's literally about you as the main character, kind of with a water spirit as your friend who runs an oasis, trying to build a city around the oasis.
Okay.
It's
That would
also,
be neat.
it's a weird, it's an RPG too, like there's actual RPG elements to it, and there are different races, and you can pick up members of each race and make them parts of your party.
Cool.
And you've got like normal people, which is what you are, and then you've got like lizards, and then you've got like
Lizards
a
are
bunch of
normal
other things.
people.
You know what I mean. RPG races.
Yeah.
So we constantly take minor damage, and the enemy's final smash meter is going to charge quickly.
And it's Mewtwo.
Yeah. Thankfully, I think Mewtwo's final smash actually is kind of easy to avoid in this game. I don't remember.
What is it?
I don't even remember. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll probably see. I mean, it looks like he still has to hit you or be hit by you for
yeah,
it to
he
go up?
does. For the
So,
final smash meter to
it's
go
not
up.
like it's a time thing.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
Okay, but he ruined me there. Holy shit. That was a punish. That was a big punish.
You might end up having to switch into Mario.
Jeez,
so that
I
you
might.
can
I wasn't
do it.
planning on it, but there's a chance. Nope. Oh, come on.
Ah.
He has confusion now, too. I don't remember if he had that in Melee. I think he did. But I don't remember it being quite as good as it is. Like, he could just confusion at any time. And if you get hit by it, it's the actual confusion effect.
Fucking Birdo.
Yeah, Birdo's
Why
getting
is
in my
Birdo
way.
not in Smash?
Why would Birdo be in Smash?
Okay, most
God.
most series have been getting their rosters filled out. Like we got K.
come
Rool
on.
as representation for Donkey Kong.
Oh, damn it.
Yoshi technically
Yeah, I gotta
has
change
his
to
own
Mario.
games. Yoshi technically has his own game, so you can't just say, "Oh, well, it's just a Mario character." Because if so, then we wouldn't have gotten K. Rool and Diddy Kong.
Yeah, yeah.
Yoshi doesn't have, to my knowledge, anyone from his series other than Yoshi. Birdo's sort of not that, but they get associated with each other often enough that they could say that and then not have to put in, like, else would they even put in? Poochie?
Poochie would be a thing that would show up in a game for Yoshi explicitly.
Yeah. So, but that's assist trophy fodder at best.
I think Poochie might be something in this game, but I don't think he's an assist trophy. I think he might be a stage hazard.
What else would
Maybe
be,
I'm
like,
wrong.
Baby Bowser? But that would just be Bowser
That would just be
Jr.
Bowser
without the
Jr.,
car.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, like, the closest you're going to get would be putting Birdo in. But at the same
Something like
time,
that.
I kind of acknowledge that it is a little bit like asking for Waluigi.
A little bit. Although I have gotten flack recently for being the kind of person who unironically asks for Waluigi in Smash.
It's not gonna happen.
I like Waluigi.
It's a meme. It's not really. No one cares.
He's cool.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
That's
he
the
is.
joke.
He's super cool. There.
Wow.
Yeah, there.
Damn.
Fuck. Look, if you get me mad enough, I start paying attention.
That's a good explanation of some of your
Yeah.
habits.
So here's the thing that I don't like about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see how that says lava floor immunity? So if we go in here, I'll show you why this is pissing me off, but it's going to take another screen for me to get there. So if we come into the main map, if it'll load, there we go. And then we come into, like, party, and then we go into spirits, and we look at some of the spirits real fast. So her big thing is, wait, sorry, she's not even this kind of spirit. She's one of the other ones. I'm going all the way back I'm sorry. I'm just all over the place right now. By skill, and then we come down here into the ones you can see their skills in the bottom left-hand corner. I think I explained this the last time.
Yeah. So there's the equips. There's
these are the
resists.
stages. So
There she is. She's got new on her.
So lava floor resist is a thing, right? But so is lava floor immunity. Lava floor resist, you can have, because they only cost 1 apiece, you could have 3 of these. And you would not be granted immunity to the lava floor. You basically are just getting resistance to fire. With the lava floor especially, it is exceptionally difficult to fight on because the lava floor, if it's a big lava floor, it'll cover everything. And when you touch it, you do the Mario thing where you do the and it pops you up into the air. So you're basically constantly popping up into the air and taking damage. You can't fight it whatsoever. So you have to get something that will basically, it's a cost 2. All of these are cost 2s. So you have to go out and you have to find something that grants you perfect immunity to it and then, like, waste 2 slots to stop lava. It's just a minor gripe, but I don't like that you are basically required to have certain spirits to beat other spirits because you can't double up on powers and have them function the same.
I'm sure there's a reason for it.
It's just like a personal gripe. I'm just a little miffy about it. I'm fine.
I want to
ultimately.
know
I'm
who's
not gonna
hiding
get mad
over
or
here.
nothing. Pichu. I mean, Pikachu.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Yeah, there actually is. I was trying to say that in a cute way and then remembered, oh, wait a minute, those are two actual characters.
Yeah, you can't joke that Pichu's in the game. He is in the game.
You can't joke with his name, jeez.
Pichu has no business being in this game. He's practically borderline joke character with how small and weak he is. He damages himself.
Well, I heard
he's precious.
I heard a lot of jokes, or not jokes, theories that people had made about, like, the Pikachu in Smash. Because it's really, really easy to be like, okay, so the Pikachu in Smash is the Pichu from Melee or whatever, because of, he learns Electro Ball in Brawl when Pichu disappears. So, and he gains some of the costumes that the Pichu had and all this other stuff. So there was for a little bit like a fan theory that the Pikachu in those games was just the Pichu from those games initially. And I was like, I kind of like that concept,
cute.
but then it didn't go anywhere because Pichu came back.
Yeah. Like, that would also have been a question of what happened to the other Pikachu.
Exactly.
Like, where is the N64 Smash Pikachu?
Well, the N64 Pikachu either turned into a Raichu and nobody cares about him anymore, or he went off to do whatever Pikachus do. I don't know.
What do
That's
Pikachus
a lot of skill spheres. I don't know. What do Pikachus do?
Sleep,
work in power plants,
eat berries,
get captured and put into a box for the rest of their life.
Scratch themselves behind the ear in that cute way that dogs do.
Do they do that?
I assume so.
Themselves?
I assume so.
Jeez. Cupid.
From something.
From Sennen Kazoku. You can see the game.
Yeah,
from
yeah.
at the
I
time.
don't know what that is.
Oh, I should point out really fast, just as an aside, we do actually have another character from Ever Oasis. I believe he's up near the top. If I can find him in here, hold on. I might have to go by type. I think that might be what I'm thinking of. Because I think he's red. I think we'd be able to see him pretty well if we could just find red. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
He's not super strong, so he's probably farther to the bottom because I haven't used him yet. Oh no, can I not find him?
You're just looking for...
Oh, there he is. That's the main character. That's what he looks like. And he uses a blade of grass coming out of a seed as
That's pretty neat.
It's his sword. It's like, I forget what they call it. It's like blade grass or something, and it's literally like, it's a seed that grows into a weapon. Because the grass is as hard as steel or something like that. It's like, it's super cute. I love that. He's a little human being, but they give him like a horned hat. So he kind of looks like a villager from Animal Crossing, like early generation Animal Crossing.
Yeah. That's cute.
It is. I think it's adorable.
Wish we had time to play more games.
Unfortunately.
But we're playing Smash because it's like all games in one game.
It's a lot of games in one.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So of course it's gonna
pits?
be Pit because it was an angel.
Oh, just a bunch of pits though. I was kind of hoping it would only be like one pit, but it's like a ton of them. Look at all these pits.
Would you say it's the pits?
I would say it is the pits.
Well, you shouldn't.
Cupid
it's
is
too
the pits.
obvious.
At least most of them are flying like idiots, so that's fine. oh no. Okay, well I died.
Bye. Back to the subject of Pichu.
Oh, that was so dumb.
Because
such a dumb death.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Because one of the Pichu alt costumes is spiky-eared Pichu.
Yeah.
Which I think is really, really cute. Someone asked me how I felt about that on Popcas. And I was like, oh, well, you can't trade this Pokemon out of, like, Heart Gold, Soul Silver normally. So the idea that they show up in Smash means that, like, they are not trapped in the game you'll never play again. Because I'm a weirdo about that. Like, I'm not to the level of, like, haunted cartridge creepypasta weirdo about it, where it's like, oh, they're trapped forever. But it does make me kind of sad. The idea of a finished Pokemon game that has been completely emptied.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just, this is an abandoned world. It's, like, kind of spooky to think about. Especially if you've got, like, one Pokemon that can't be traded out.
You can't trade out of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, which means you can never restart those files if you have a spiked-eared Pichu on there.
Yeah.
Because Notched-eared Pichu, by the way, that's what it's called. Notched-eared Pichu can never be traded under any circumstances, like period.
Yeah, so it's stuck there.
You can't even take it in there with you. If you try to, the character's like, oh, well, the professor said that I shouldn't. This is a unique Pokemon. And it's only unique because it has, like, thorns on its ear.
Yeah,
like,
and it's just really sad to think that it's trapped there.
Forever,
but the idea of it being in Smash is really sweet because it's like, oh, well, it's that Pichu isn't stuck. It can come here and play Smash with all of its friends.
King Bulbin and Lord Bulbo.
On the bridge that they literally appear on, yeah.
Yeah. So there's this weird thing that they do with the spirits sometimes, where they decide that they need to put them on a stage where the character shows up in the background, or put them down and then give them, like, start them off with the assist trophy for the character, or the Pokeball that has the Pokemon in it that the spirit is supposed to represent. And it just muddles things, because the idea is that the spirit is possessed like a doll of a character, but at the same time you can clearly see them.
Well, you can also own more than one spirit of a character.
Yeah, this is true
whatever.
too. Yeah.
Shrug. Anyways, I wanted to conclude the thing about Pichu by saying I double checked on Bulbapedia whether or not you can't trade it out, and found out that is consistently a girl.
Yeah.
So
it's the same Pichu every
that
time.
Pichu is a she, and I find that kind of cute now because it's in alt costume. Hey,
it's
is that
Pokemon.
Lumiose?
Yeah, it's Lumiose. Look at that.
We're gonna fight the great Pokemon trainer Krusty Shaman.
Well, I wanted to come up and get that treasure chest first, so I'm gonna go through Dive Man.
Anyways, one alt costume for Pichu is clearly a female because it's a specific Pokemon.
Yes.
It's like a specific individual Pichu. So is Cosplay Chew.
Yeah.
Who also can't be traded out of her game, right?
Yes, I believe so. If you trade her out, I think she just turns into a normal Pikachu. If you trade her back in, I think she does turn back, thank God, but I don't remember. And I don't want to try it, to be honest.
So, how do you feel about Notch-eared, Spike-eared Pichu evolves into Cosplay Pikachu?
That's an interesting concept. I would enjoy it, but I don't think that'll ever be, like, brought up ever.
Alternatively, they're sisters.
Yeah, alternative. There we go. I mean, alternatively. That would be a good alternative.
Yeah, I like the idea that those two hang out. Then I like the idea that maybe then we get a little Notch-eared Pichu with, like, a luchador mask.
What would, like, the Raichu equivalent for those two be, do you think?
I don't know, because no one cares about Raichu, unfortunately.
Okay, that just literally takes you straight across.
I guess
okay.
So you're gonna fight that fighter, right?
I wanted to get that treasure chest. There we go.
Yeah, that too.
I couldn't figure out how to get to it. I was so, like, concerned. Yes, I'll go after that. Hold on.
It's on a ribbon. I'm wondering, could that be one of the princesses?
Hold on. So first of all, we have 58 of these.
Oh.
We could take it this way, get critical health attack up, which means when we are badly damaged, our attack gets higher, which eventually turns into sprinting endurance, which makes it harder to launch while you're running. We could also go over here and go recovery items up, which means that healing items heal more. We could take it down here and do transformation duration. So if we get transformed by, like, the super mushroom or something, it lasts longer.
Recovery items would be good for me because I main Peach.
Yeah.
But you're the one doing most of
Well, this is shield durability. That's pretty good too, but I don't know. Neutral attack up I might want to go for. Breaking ability is pretty nice. Throw items, defense. Like, a lot of this is really good, honestly.
I don't think they're going to put anything bad here. It's just a matter of which one you want first.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm going to go this way.
You want double final smash?
Yeah, I was looking forward and I saw that double final smash and I'm like, you know what? But I will, next time we get two, I'll go for recovery item up too.
Okay.
Double final smash sounds real good.
Yeah.
So that ribbon, by the way, I couldn't help but notice that if you come down here, you can kind of see it spiraling out of whatever it comes out of. Does that just look like a ribbon to you? Like a normal one?
Kind of.
There's a Buer in front of it.
Yeah.
The enemy has super armor but moves slowly, and only certain Pokemon will emerge from Pokeballs.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, we do not have a character who has really good projectiles, so we can't take advantage of that slowness that you get for the super armor. or a character that does really good like stuff for breaking recovery and things. Like one of the things that I love to do with this is I'll do oh god, Bewaire's ruining me. Hold on. I'll
Beweire
do
is a good man.
I'll do K Rool, and as K Rool, I'll just fire things off if they have this kind of super armor. And if you do that, you actually get really good results, because things that have like this super slowness have no way of coming back. They have so little like recovery.
Well, it's Mario, so you're good with him, and it's Donkey Kong, so you have a natural advantage.
That's not how that works.
I know it's not.
If anything, I'd say that, honestly, Mario might not have a natural advantage against Donkey Kong at all in this. By which I mean he might, like, literally have a disadvantage. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember how the tiers work out for this, but...
I never pay attention to tiers.
I mean, I usually don't. I try not to very much, but it happens anyway. You know, I might just be able to toss fireballs at him for a bit. Just turtle him a little. Because he can't get to me.
Yeah, and one of you is going to get a smash out.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's him, though. Oh, no, wait. Double smash.
Yeah, you both were very close. Nice.
You just edge out that smash. That's how you do it. Good. Really quick, speaking of, and I can't remember if I can do it here, but I want to try and do it here anyway. Speaking of the fact that you know, we were talking about spirits and stuff a little bit ago, and we were looking at that big thing where we were looking at like level ups, and our Goomba's been leveling up. I remembered that we had some enhanceables, and I decided not to enhance 2 of them all the way up so that we could do it on camera instead.
Okay.
So the first one's at Keldeo in the horrible, weird, confusing position that they put Keldeo in every clip art of this fucking Pokemon.
It looks like he's doing a smirk as he wiggles his butt at
Yeah,
you,
right?
too.
It's so weird, and I don't understand it. And that was not enough, and that's really annoying. It's a weight of 8. It's a waste of 8 spirit points. So then we enhance him, and then of course you get Keldeo's second like form.
Turns around.
Resolute form.
I keep forgetting that thing has forms.
Yeah, it's one of the weird ones. Also, it looks like an anime protagonist from the 80s a little bit. Like the hair
which is
and
nice.
everything.
I like that about it.
It becomes a legendary, by the way. It will, like, I mean, it was a legendary to begin with, but I mean, spirit-wise, its level goes up to 4. This one was the other one that I had. Not enough to go all the way up, but very close. So I figured I'd just wait and then show it off.
A lot of the clip art they've been using for the Pokemon spirits is like the least good clip art they have available.
I know.
It's like they pick whatever has the stiffest pose and the least shading.
Yeah. This one's really weird. How do you feel about Snake that turns into a Gundam, by the way?
Zygarde is just weird. I think my favorite Zygarde is the one that's just a Doberman made out of, like...
Yeah, you know what? That one's not in here.
I think it's just, it's a perfectly serviceable Sparkle Dog design, but it shouldn't have been off of DeviantArt. It's super weird that it was a Pokemon.
Also, I forget what his spirit is, like what you have to fight to get him, but I remember that when you defeat it, it spawns 4 tiny versions of him, which is supposed to be like, oh, well, it's when you beat him up, he turns into the smaller forms. Like, this is actively supposed to be like 2 of the
it's a
snakes.
hive, right? It's
yeah.
It's a colony of
they're
cells.
a colony of these things that look like flatworms.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, that's super cool. That's an interesting concept. And then it turns into a Gundam, and it's like, what the fuck? Why is it a
cool
Gundam?
enough. It's weird for a Pokemon, but it's not a bad
so many
concept.
faces on it.
It feels ill-fitting, but it is good for what it is.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah. It's like, it makes sense. It's just kind of odd.
It's Yoshi.
Why is he on a ribbon?
Because Yoshi is a princess.
I accept.
Princess of Yoshi's Island.
I've been thinking lately, I do this thing where I occasionally it's like, oh, I need to make a Mary Sue Silly OC of this random species from a video game. And I've done that. Like, I made a hat ghost that represents me, and I do stuff like that. I have a Koopa now who's goth. I used to draw shitloads of Yoshis back as a kid when I was like 9, because Yoshi's Story was like my jam. That was an amazing game for me. And I never retained any of that and made OCs of any of the stupid Yoshis that I would draw.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? I need to get on that. I need a Yoshi OC. Yoshis are really hard to draw, though.
I mean, they can be.
The way that Mario characters are constructed is often very confusing.
Damn. Okay, I messed it up. I went the wrong way.
Let me speak to him.
What?
Let me talk to him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not with Mario. Let me switch into someone else.
Oh, okay. Well, then let me do this
Yeah.
because I don't know how to switch.
Well, if you lose, I'm gonna try
Okay.
because Yoshi and I understand each other.
All right.
I mean, arguably
You know, that's not
Mario
how
should.
Smash works. I mean,
Mario should be able to do this just fine.
you've seen the commercials, right? Where they're beating each other up in a field full of flowers.
I've played Smash Brothers before. I know it's about fighting.
I know you do.
That is the worst place for that
I know.
landmine. Holy shit.
It's making me so nervous.
Yeah.
I keep thinking it's there, and I'm like, oh, right. Ugh.
Oh.
Yeah,
could just-
you could just get it. If you
Okay.
know how to, you can just set those
Yeah,
up.
I'm sure there's a distance that you gotta work with.
Well, you gotta kind of know your distances to get a lot of things going.
Yeah. I'm glad you did, though.
Yeah, well, it was making me nervous. I had to do something about it. I'm actually
might
not very
have
good at Yoshi in Smash. Are you good
Oh,
at
no,
Yoshi
no
in
one
Smash?
is. As far as I know, no one plays Yoshi.
Because I was, I played him for specifically, what was I doing? I was doing, classic mode with Yoshi recently, and I was like, all I could think was, I have no idea how to play him. Like, I'm sorry I beat him. You didn't get to do your
no,
talking
it's
to him
fine.
thing.
I'll talk to him later. He throws eggs.
Yeah.
He has a rollout. He eats, but he doesn't get powers, so...
I noticed that his ground pound was exceedingly useful.
Yeah, that's his down B?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
so
from that
cute.
Claymation Kirby game.
I didn't even recognize it at first. I was like, what is this
It's
from?
Claymation, so it's from
adorable.
that Kirby game.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Go ahead, keep talking about Yoshi. if you want.
But yeah, like, Yoshi kind of just works how you'd expect if you've played Yoshi Story, which would have been the most recent Yoshi game to come
Yeah.
out when... Oh, it's just
Oh,
tiny.
it's a tiny Palutena.
When Smash 64 first came out, the most recent Yoshi game would have been Yoshi Story, so a lot of his stuff just kind of makes sense for that.
Yeah.
And then in Melee, they added the forward B being different from neutral B, so we got like that rollout thing, the egg that he turns into, which I don't
Yeah.
think he ever does in a game, but
No, I
makes
don't think
sense
so,
enough.
but they needed something that made sense for that. and-
Yeah, I mean, Yoshi
guess it
eggs
kinda
don't make
works.
sense, so
No,
whatever.
they really don't. Like, everything about Yoshi eggs are very confusing.
Yeah, so I don't care about figuring that out. It's
Oh,
Mario
come on.
logic. But yeah, it's like Yoshi, like it makes sense for what it is, but what it is a specific play style of side scroller, not a very good fighter.
Yeah,
Like
I'll agree with that.
Yoshi's quirky.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily going to do what you want him to. As opposed to like Mario, where it's like he's got 2 arms, 2 legs, and he hits things. Yeah, no gimmicks, no weird whatever. It's like, yeah, you can figure him out. Yoshi, it's like, oh, well, the eggs have an arc, and then there's a certain speed for the egg roll, and it's like, I don't know if anyone actually plays Yoshi. I just like that
I
he's
know
here.
for a fact that there are people who play Yoshi, but I'm not a big, like, I don't know how to personally.
It's
That's
not
my
a
big issue.
common choice.
I think it actually is. I'm pretty sure that
Is it?
there's yeah, in the Smash scene, like some of the professional Smash players, I'm pretty sure that one of them uses Yoshi exclusively. It can be pretty common. There are some
Well,
people who play
I
Yoshi
mean,
super well.
We don't pay attention to tiers or anything like that, so I guess I just
Well,
never noticed.
I still pay attention sometimes to like Smash Evo news and stuff like that.
Okay.
So.
I know that Sonic is supposed to be one that gets used a lot, right?
Well, that's because Sonic was like super broken in Brawl. He's actually
Yeah.
not that broken anymore.
Yeah, but also it's Sonic, so like there's a certain amount of
Joan.
affection for the character.
Harry. Who do you want to do? Who do you want to pick up last?
I don't know.
Right now.
I
Krusty
mean, we've got a
Sean.
whole area here that we haven't gotten into.
Yeah, that's true. We're probably not gonna though. Did you see what it actually looks like over there?
Oh, it is dense.
It's super dense
It is
for
a
no
city.
reason. The enemy becomes more powerful after eating. All fighters have increased move speed after a little while, and the enemy is easily distracted by items.
So this guy's gonna just try and nom up everything.
Yeah, he's gonna try and eat as much as he can, because it's a literal tempura shrimp.
Yeah.
Crustacean.
I know incredibly little about Splatoon, but their design sense for characters is always on fucking point.
It's made by a team of people who are basically people who got mentored by Miyamoto. That's
for character design?
No, for everything.
Okay.
They're Miyamoto's what is it, like apprentices or something? It's like 4 people who just do nothing but like hang out with Miyamoto and get him to tell them how to make games and stuff. That's
Dream
like
job,
that's the
man.
nice way to put it.
What does it take to get into that? Does he charge money?
No,
For his
I
apprenticeships?
think it's people who have worked at Nintendo for like decades.
Man, ageism in the industry again.
It's something like that. I don't know.
Also,
oh god,
the
I'm
fact
getting
that
ruined.
neither of us actually actively do anything in game design.
No, yeah, we really don't.
Or speak
At
Japanese.
some point, yeah, well, that's part of it. That's
Yeah,
one
it's
of the
kind
big
of
parts.
important. Which is, not impossible. It's a thing you could put the effort into, and we didn't.
Yeah.
Well, I took 3 years of Japanese in high school. I think I just do not have a knack for language, is
that's
the thing.
fair.
So, it's like, I tried. I know my limits, and I'm accepting of them.
Somebody dropped cheese over here. Damn. Oh, and I got my final smash right at the end, too.
Aw.
You know what? I'm going to change to a different character real fast.
Okay.
Mario's good, but that kind of like a densely packed place feels bad.
And the move speed kept increasing, so does that good or bad for Mario?
I would argue that it's not the best for Mario, so I'm going to go with Captain Falcon, and I'm going to see what's up.
Someone gave me some trivia on Captain Falcon.
go for it.
When I drew him for the Popkiz stuff, I asked you what was up with the gun he holds. Because he has a gun on his belt, never uses it in any of his smash. You
Nope.
turned the game on to check that it's not in any of his attacks.
Nope, not
Yeah,
any of
yeah.
them.
We were like, what's up with the gun? And I put that in the
I don't think it's
Popkiz
in the taunt
post.
at all.
Yeah, someone claimed in an ask that he uses it exactly once that you ever see, and it's in a tie-in manga that came with the SNES game, I believe is
enough.
what they said. It's like, used once in a tie-in comic and never again. It's like, damn, now I don't want him to use it because it would ruin his streak.
Yeah, his gun streak, like his no-gun fucking
It's a
run.
Batman thing, isn't it?
It might be, except
Don't
Batman
use
doesn't
it.
even hold guns, like...
Well, Batman's all about, like, fear, so I imagine there's probably a gun somewhere in his house.
I think he might have a gun under glass that's like the gun that killed my parents.
He would
Yeah,
would
right? He
have
seems
that.
like the type who would do that.
And he takes it out and strokes it sometimes and then puts it back.
I think he might.
He picks it up,
actually...
not today. puts it
Actually,
back.
I might be thinking of his dad and the alternate canons where his dad is Batman.
Alright, that's a thing.
Yeah,
I don't pay that much
that's a
attention
thing,
to
and
Batman.
I'm pretty sure that might actually be what it is. Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, let me get hit by
I
a Charmander,
love
I
that
guess.
they kept the old N64 images for those.
Yeah, it's super good, I like it.
Yeah, like they updated the stage textures, but the Pokemon that come out of there are still really pixely, and it's like, good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh.
There's no goddamn reason for these weird propeller platforms.
No,
though.
no, these
This
are
is not a thing that
confusing.
happens in
They
Sapphire
don't happen in
City.
Pokemon ever.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a single instance in Pokemon of a platform with like a propeller on the bottom that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's just not a thing.
So I think we've gotten a pretty good sized chunk of the map kind of going here. We'll see, because when we come out of here, I want to open up the map and look. Ooh. Oh, Harriet here, Latios and Latias. Oh my god, and you can see there's like an underground route that takes you down and along the side of this thing down here, where there's a big N64
Oh,
logo
shit.
and a Wii next to it, by the way.
Wow, weird.
That's some kind of
just wanna
Nintendo.
look
Oh,
at
there's a
this
GameCube
map.
in the bottom left too.
Ooh.
Yeah, hold on.
Console City.
Let me see if I can't just... There we go. Okay. I can't read what some of these are. There's an actual N64 there. Is this
what looks like it's probably a shop or a dojo?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's just a controller on that one. Is this like the WarioWare City?
Maybe.
Huh. This one up here is clearly just Lumios. Can't tell what's going on over there yet. This big area looks very Kirby.
Yeah, it really
honestly. Does. Yeah, and there's at least one more dojo sitting over there as well.
The initial cutscene kind of implied that the world didn't look like this before Galeem showed up,
no,
right?
So this is Galeem's map. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is kind of how he set this up. So
this is what
we've yeah. I was gonna say this is what we've got so far, and there's that giant chunk in the middle for what reason?
There's a bunch of walls.
Yeah, all of the little red spots are walls that we've encountered. Yeah. This so far is pretty good. I like this. We might do maybe another episode of this at some point.
Yeah, I see no reason not to.
Yeah, I don't really see a reason not to either. For the time being, though, I think we will go ahead and just we'll go ahead and do the normal fight that we usually do. I want to check this dojo first.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're not gonna check it.
Yeah, so he learned the style.
Cool. He's styling.
Hot. This spirit's part of the family now. Let's get rolling. Come back when you're ready to rock. Fucking Darunia, why?
He's always been a party guy. He seems really stern, but if you play a good tune, he starts dancing
There is also, by the way, a save function on here, so we will save anyway, even though it seems to clearly autosave.
Yeah, it's just, safety saves are good.
Yeah, safety saves are always fun. So I guess we'll just go back, we'll do the fight that we usually do, and then we'll call it a week.
Yeah.
You ready?
I think so.
Okay. Apparently we've got to unlock 2 things, though. 800 spirit points and a Toy-Con visor.
Okay, it's a Labo thing.
Yeah, that's from the Labo. All of the Labo-related stuff, all of the cardboard stuff, are called Toy-Cons, because you put the Joy-Con into it and it becomes a toy. That was the one specifically designed so that it goes onto your face, and then it can track how your head moves in a room. And you put it on, you slip it in there, and then it lets you control a robot through the game. So as you turn your head around, it turns the robot's head around a bunch, but you don't see anything. That's just an empty cardboard box on your face outside of that.
It looks like it's supposed to look like a VR rig.
It does, but it didn't function like a VR rig.
Do you want to talk about that, by the way? VR?
We could talk about that later.
Okay. Like, it's a thing that's been coming up in general and stuff.
It's something that's become very popular lately. So hold on. So was this the one that we just... Yeah, this is the
I think we just got that Bayonetta, too.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
So this is Mario...
It's a crane game?
Yeah, Mario doing a crane game. And Bowser Jr., I was going to say looks so sad, but actually, if you look at his face, he looks, like, really smug.
He looks like he's just waiting to see what happens.
Looks like if you turned his head a little bit and got real close, you just hear him go for like no reason. Like, I don't know what's up with him.
Bowser Jr. is a good boy and I like him.
Yeah, and then the Bayonetta is there. I don't know.
Is she feeling the guns?
Wii Fits. Yeah. Yeah, it's just the Wii Fits feeling the guns.
Are these 3 a ship? Like all 3 of them?
Waifu month. No, I don't think so. Although it is canon, I think, to this game that the Wii Fit trainer teaches the other fighters to do fitness routines.
Which is great because you'd think they wouldn't need it.
You'd think so.
I mean, some of them might.
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know how you teach that stuff to like an animal, though.
Yeah, that would be very strange.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll do a big match then.
Yeah.
You want to do 3 stock?
I'm cool with whatever you want to do. I prefer stock. I prefer coin battles, but is that even an option?
Actually, I don't think coin battles are anymore. I could be wrong.
It's fine, because I know most people find them annoying.
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to do this one so that we could have double stages.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm probably just going to go with a battlefield stage.
Alright, so... Oh, I have to turn on this controller.
Yeah,
there
is the controller not working?
We hadn't been using it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's see. I usually like to pick something annoying.
Yeah, I know. Just don't pick one of the giant ones because
I
those
like
are
this
too
one.
annoying.
It's pretty.
Okay. It is. I don't like some of the hazards in that stage. I don't know if you
good,
remember what they are.
because I like to annoy you when I pick these.
Yeah, well. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
it made
apparently
me
player
first.
2 and Megan's player 1.
It does that sometimes because I'm using the Joy-Cons and he's using the Pro Controller.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to get mad about it or nothing. Play a character who isn't who you were playing the last time.
We've been playing Bayonetta for Waifu Month, and I don't think I've ever played as her.
Okay. I was going to say, do you know how to play as her? And then you answered the question.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's see. I don't know how to play as Palutena, so we'll play as Palutena.
Okay.
Palutena, by the way, is a really cool character who I don't think gets enough attention.
Her amiibo was $3 at Toys R Us before it closed down.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? So Palutena as a character...
Are we going?
Yeah. Palutena's biggest sort of role in her games has been in Kid Icarus Uprising, which is a game that I feel like almost no one played. It's a really good game, though. It's absolutely amazing. And it deserves a lot more attention than it gets.
Maybe we'll LP it someday.
I've always talked about trying to, and because we do have like the 3DS capture card, we have the option of doing it now. But it just, I don't know if it would be viable. I'd like to try. Because, again, that's one of those games where it's like, if you talk to people about it, most people don't know that they're, like, what that game is.
It was a launch title, right?
Or what it's about.
For the 3DS.
Yeah, it was a launch title for the 3DS. Remember that the 3DS had a really bad launch, too.
Yeah, it was like Kid Icarus Uprising, which was good, and Steel Diver, which apparently was big in Japan.
Well, I'm literally holding a Steel Diver right now. Well, I was holding a Steel Diver right then and there. But yeah.
Yeah, like it was those, and like was there anything else?
I think there may have been a couple of other games, but for the most part, I think that was it. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, shit. No! Ah, damn it. You didn't get it to work right, though.
No, I don't really know how to do that shit. This is my first time playing
It's
as
fine.
legs.
Is this your first time losing to Isaac?
Probably. I've played the first Golden Sun. It was a very long time ago. Fuck. My recovery is like, is that just straight up?
No,
It's
her
just...
recovery's really good, actually.
Okay, I was just doing it wrong?
Yeah, you might have been doing it wrong. I don't know.
Just gotta get rid of him. Oh.
Black Hole and Mega Laser. That's Kid Icarus Uprising lets you do skills in online arena matches, and one of them is Black Hole, which holds people in place, and the other one's Mega Laser, which is just a gigantic laser that you can fire off at any time. Are we both metal for some strange reason?
Yeah, I think it's because of the stage.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, are you supposed to play Bayonetta like you're playing Bayonetta?
I don't know, maybe. A lot of the time with characters like that, you're supposed to play them as though you were playing their series, yeah. Oh, shoot.
Alright.
Good luck. Oh, crap. Okay. 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 I messed up. Oh.
Yeah. You were saying something about Palutena just in general?
Yeah.
Sorry, we're
it's
playing
okay. No,
a video
it's fine.
game.
It's
we're
fine.
concentrating.
The game is really good. I really, really like it. I absolutely adored it when it first came out. Palutena's a lot of her bigger sort of stuff, and a lot of the stuff in this game is stuff that came out during that. Like, it's just stuff for that game. And it's like a lot of people maybe didn't recognize some of the references or
Why
things
do
like
I
that
keep
in
getting
Smash.
these?
Because you keep getting the Smash Balls. Okay, There you go. Now mash. You didn't get it very well. You got like a 3.
Okay.
You can get it really high, and I think there's... If you get it all the way up, I think there's a unique animation that you get off.
Which kind of looks like how it looked to play Bayonetta.
Yeah, it's literally... Her final
As in-
smash is Bayonetta's finisher.
As in, I don't know what I'm doing, but mash them buttons.
Yeah, it's one of the finishers that she uses on bosses and stuff. It's a thing.
Would you say Palutena is your waifu?
No.
Okay.
I don't like Palutena that much.
Oh.
Look, I like Palutena, but not that much.
Not that way?
No, just not that much. I mean, not that
Okay.
way either, sure. So I guess that's it. Do you have any final thoughts about what we've done this week?
I
this
don't
game?
think so. I think we're going to just keep coming back to this, and there's a lot of, oh, I know that character, let me tell you about that character.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that character. I don't know that one. Do you know that? It's like, we're going a mile a minute, and I kind of like that.
We
That's
should
just fun.
say also that there was an announcement made for this game where the DLC character that is coming out next, we got a little bit more information. It's going to be Joker. We've known that for a while from Persona 5.
Have never played a Persona game.
And we got pictures of him kind of just in his fighting outfit. He's got his knife,
Yeah, the
which is
original,
okay.
The announcement was all animated. Like, it was
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It was not an in-game
It
model.
was just a picture of his in-game model. That was basically
Okay.
it. Or like a couple of little bits of animation of it. And that was
Alright.
it. And he's coming out in April. So in April, we'll probably do little bits and pieces of this for Joker too.
Yeah, we'll find out.
We will probably also do this just on and off to try and finish the story mode.
Yeah.
Outside of that, do you have anything else?
This game makes me want to play more video games.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in
It's
here.
like a lot of games we recognize, some we have, some we don't, some we want to get, some we could get, and it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the perfect game to make you buy games.
Yeah, it really is.
It's weird.
Okay, good night, everybody.
Have a great Sunday.